Hello and welcome to the Virtual Crim Room. My name is Jack, your host, and today I'm bringing you another shaving video. So, what soap am I using today? The soap of choice today, for me, let's get that to focus, is Clean by Mammoth Soaps. Mammoth Soaps, if you haven't heard of them, are an artisan based in the US, like most are. Something they do, which I think is unique and needs to be mentioned, is $1 of every tub of soap they sell goes towards fighting human trafficking, which is obviously admirable. You don't have to do it, but they do it anyway, and they deserve to be mentioned for that. Something that I like about this soap specifically, when I saw it announced initially, I never thought I'd particularly like the scent too much, or I didn't think the scent would be, it would mean much to me, but the scent is called Clean, and it's almost the perfect description. The scent, the way I would describe this is imagine clean laundry mixed with a little bit of cucumber. It's very clean, it's very fresh. It's actually quite nice in warmer weather. Yeah, looking forward to using that. My razor of choice, like most of the time, is going to be the stainless steel Christopher Bradley razor, and today I'm using the B plate. The brush I'm going to be using to lather has been soaking in my huge mug, and this is the Semogue Taj resin Boar. I like to load really heavy with this brush, mainly due to the fact that I think it's important that you really get to the base of the knot with the Boar. And I've not decided what I'm going to use for the post-shave yet, so I guess we'll decide that in a bit. Let me go away, let me prep my face, and I'll see you guys for lathering up. See you in a sec. Okay, so I've loaded the brush for about a minute. As you can see, it's absolutely packed. Let's get the loose lather from the puck, and there's loads. Let's get that on the face. So generally, when I use this Boar brush, I bloom the soap, because I feel the soap pretty much adds to the brush a bit more efficiently when you bloom. Some people don't like to bloom their soaps, and that's completely up to you. All power to you. I only really bloom when I am using this brush, so I think that's enough in terms of what needs to be added to my face. I like to wash off the tub now, because a dirty tub on the counter kind of pisses me off in a weird way. Yeah, this scent's very clean. I can smell it on my face. The scent strength for this is probably about a 5 or a 6. Not too strong, but I don't really don't think it's important for this to be strong. I think the beauty in this scent is subtlety, and I think he's done that very well. Okay, let's get to lathering. So we're going to paint on first, and then we'll splay the brush. Man. Shouldn't have too much of a problem building lather with this, because there's so much soap. Okay, let's splay. Okay, so as far as the soap base goes, I've only used one of their soaps before, and it was Sonder. The soap base was good. There was absolutely nothing wrong with it. I wouldn't call it elite, but it's very good. I probably put it on par with something like Sterling, which is very good. Something I do like about it is the consistency this soap gets. So it's funny because it's applying to the face extremely thick. It would, because of the amount I've loaded into the brush, but we'll get there. It might just take a bit more time. The good thing though, by doing it this way, is you're almost ensuring there's adequate lather in the brush for your subsequent passes. A bit more water, dip again. So I think I have the desired consistency here. So let's just focus on adding water. There's loads of soap in here. And it will only start to improve and flow through in my experience when you begin to paint. Not only, I mean, there's good flow through now, but when you begin painting, I find that really improves. So how are all of you doing? I'm doing pretty well. I'm pretty busy at the moment. Lots of things going on at Karve. I'm heading up to Edmonton in about 2 weeks to do some work up there. Kind of see the office and whatnot. So, well, the shop. And I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so as you can see, there's tons of soap here. So what we're gonna do here is you're just gonna see, I'm just gonna sprinkle water on here, like so. I don't dip it at this point, so I can kind of control how much water's being added, but it's gonna apply really thick. I'd say the consistency of this is quite yogurty. Man, this is thick. This stuff is thick. So we're just gonna keep adding water because I can think it keep taking it. When it starts to slightly thin out, I'll stop. So it has a nice sheen. As you can probably see, if you can, I can assure you there's a sheen. Let's keep adding water to this, because I think it can take more, and I generally keep adding until I feel that it can't take any more. Very wet, as you want it to be. I can keep adding though, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna do that, mainly because of the amount of soap I loaded. I loaded for about 45 seconds and the puck was bloomed, so the soap was very loose. Okay, I think I'm good with that, so let's get to shaving here. So yeah, the soap base on this is good, I've used it before. Definitely good enough to give you a good shave. And frankly, that's all we should care about, right? So, Christopher Bradley B plate. Inside this is a second used Polsilver. Let's go with the grain. Very thick. Good slickness. I would just describe the scent as pleasant. It's not complex. It's just purely pleasant, and that's not a bad thing either, you know? I would describe the hardness of the soap as it's mid-firm. It's not any more firm than any other soap on the market. Very nice. Very slick. Very nice. So the thing we've been working on at the moment in Karve is, well, I mean, trust me, this won't be coming for a good while because we're just beginning, is a V2. What do we do with that? Well, I mean, I think the biggest sort of bit of feedback we've had was if you see these end tabs here, we want those covered, and we'll get to that. So in the V2 they will be covered. And the ability of picking up lather, I found that it only really matters if you really hydrate your soap. And what I mean by that, I found if your soap is a bit drier, you can, the razor gets away with it a bit more. But if your lather isn't really dry, and it's very well hydrated, it tends to almost flop off of the base plate. And the reason for that is the amount of surface area on the bottom of the base plate. It's pretty small. Kind of there's a dip at the bottom of the base plate, you see, and that's by design, mainly for aesthetics. So if we put a slightly larger surface area there, it should have a pretty easy job in picking up the lather. As you can see, tons of soap. Let's lather up for our second pass. So this is way more than enough soap for me for a second pass. As you guys know, I only actually do 2 passes anyway, so this works out for me not too bad. I've known some guys that have used this brush, specifically Chris Madden, another cut above, who doesn't think this brush gives a good lather for 3 passes. In my experience, it's not too bad. But to be completely honest, I can see where he's coming from. I find even if you load heavy, the lather in some shape or form doesn't last very long. I'm not sure why that is so much, but it doesn't. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more water to this, because, you know, why not? So this last application is really slick. Very nice. Awesome. Okay, let's go cross grain now. So yeah, the V2 is, at the moment we're just coming out with ideas. It probably won't be this year, definitely next year. A bit later next year, we're hoping to have prototypes sorted for a fully adjustable razor. And the way that will work is the razor will kind of go through our current settings of AA to F. The G is more of a novelty plate, where that was never a plan to be part of our immediate lineup. It was more of a plate for people who wanted it. And generally, the higher you go, the harder it is to maintain good blade geometry. I have so many new soaps here as well. I need to get to doing videos. I'm pretty happy with that as a shave, to be honest. Anywhere I'd like to go over again, let's go over here again. Pretty happy. I think we're good there. Let's get the loose soap from the brush here. That should be quite a bit, I'm not too sure. There's enough. It's very well hydrated, as you can see. Very non-offensive scent. And frankly, I like the scent. If this is the sort of scent for me that I would typically use if I'm just lounging around and want to get a shave in. I didn't buy the matching splash, so I'm going to be using a different splash, but in the meantime, let me clean up the gear. Clean off my lips, because all I can taste is soap. Clean up my gear, clean up my face, and I'll see you guys back for the post shave. I'll see you in a sec. Hey guys, post shave time. So I've decided to use a pretty familiar post shave on this channel, and that is Barrister's Reserve Cool. Bottles for this are badass. I've actually got the soap on the way, so I will be using that in one of my videos, but let's get a decent amount of this and apply it to the face. Just the perfect amount of menthol for me in this. Nothing overwhelming. Just pleasant. And we're actually going to use a balm to accompany this. Not that I think you need a balm too much, but just because why the hell not? This is, after using it for the past few weeks, this is what I think is the best balm on the market. And this is Mann. Heather is one hell of a hard worker at Zingari. I've been dealing with her recently quite a bit for certain reasons, and you'll find that out eventually. But yeah, really good stuff. Absorbs really easily. I don't like something that leaves a greasy tone in my face, and this absorbs in a couple of minutes, so it's really good in that regard. Okay, let's kind of recap with all the gear then, shall we? My soap of choice today was, let's wash this off. My soap of choice was Clean by Mammoth Soaps. Fantastic, I really enjoyed using this. This one is going to be a keeper for me. I'm going to use this in a similar vein as you would use as an unscented soap, because I think it does a really good job. The scent is just pleasant, not too strong, but very pleasant. Very happy with that purchase. My razor of choice, pretty much like always, is the stainless steel Christopher Bradley razor with the B plate and the 3.25 handle. My brush was a brush I have been breaking in for some time now, and this is the Semogue Owner's Club Boar. This is in the Taj resin handle, and the knot is called a Certa knot. I think it's premium bristle, premium boar. Yeah, really, really good brush. I really like using that brush. My post was Barrister's Reserve Cool. Like I said, I really like this stuff, and the soap is on its way. And lastly, my aftershave balm. This is Mann. This is their unscented balm. Yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the video today. If you are new around here and haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. Very close to 300 subscribers, and once I do, I'm going to arrange a giveaway for you all. I don't particularly know what I'm going to give away, but I have so many things that I could just pick something out of random and it'll probably be quite good. So yep, really happy to make this video for you guys today. Hope you guys have a good week ahead, and as always, goodbye for now.